What's good? It's the third Quadrant Squadron, boy.
It's DJ DX.
The Limiter Prohibiter.
It's the Velocity Atrocity. You know what's good. You know what's right.
We've been out here and we've been out here,
We'll
boy.
go through the AP Calculus tonight.
If you know what's good, and if you know what's right, then you probably should do your AP Calc tonight. If you know what's good, and if you know what's right, then you probably should do your AP Calc tonight.
Trying to procure area under a curve. Don't be scared, just sit down right there and observe. If you're gonna try and approximate, then you got a lot of space left over. No, so we gon' try and get closer. We have a nice little technique called integration. We're spreading it to geeks across the nation. It's my occupation. Let's start out with notation. It was the perfect recipe for doing calc with brevity, and it was done by Leibniz in the 17th century. He studied philosophy before he got his law degree, but most importantly his exemplary discovery. First, put a big S to express that an integral is what we're doing. Then I confess what comes next. The integrand, who now we're boring. Then dx, now respect the amount of knowledge we're accruing.
Did you respect it? Good.
Now I've always been a hectic guy, so I forgot to specify it could be dz or dy. Don't be afraid to ask me why, or you could always ask that guy. Hey, what up? It's DJ DZ. Let's do it. I heard you wanna know what this is, how it is. I'm a whiz at this biz. Now quick, a pop quiz. Why can it be dx or dz or d variable? It's quite easy to see, listen to me, it depends on the variable. Did I mention that an integral is the inverse of a derivative? Just put it in reverse like a multiplication and division. Or opposite, put the ddx for the big O less and it cancels on positive. Yeah.
If you know what's good, and if you know what's right, then you probably should do your AP Calc tonight. If you know what's good, and if you know what's right, then you probably should do your AP Calc tonight.
Want to learn about limits? Only takes a few minutes for me to put on a clinic, so you just watch me and mimic. Calculus analysis is analogous to marvelous and miraculous accidents. Like Newton, we're good students, disputing and refuting, find solutions, problems unproven. This ain't no illusion, let there be no confusion. Negative from the left, positive from the right. When they equal each other, the limit's I. As x approaches infinity, y approaches a value in a certain vicinity. Y moves like a statue. When y approaches a value undefined, things get unrefined, just like Dinser's rhymes. But truly, that's an indeterminate form, cause it's far from the norm. Now we need some reform. In its simplest form, L'Hopital's norm states that for functions f and g differentiable on interval e, except possibly at point c, are equal to their derivative. Just take some initiative, consider your limits prohibited.
Limiter Prohibiter, boy.
You've been out here killing tracks.
And spitting fast. You know what's good.
You know what it is.
If you know what's good, and if you know what's right, then you probably should do your AP Calc tonight. If you know what's good, and if you know what's right, then you probably should do your AP Calc tonight.
Now please add C to the thing you receive. Now you see there's something, I believe it's the key to integrating. It can be anything if you don't specify where the function's starting. Now please add C to the thing you receive. Now you see there's something, I believe it's the key to integrating. It can be anything if you don't specify where the function's starting.
Add C, baby.
Yeah, you know what it is when you do it.
Without it.
Man, you gotta do what's right.
That's what it is sometimes.
Velocity
All the time.
Atrocity.
Here it comes. You know who it is.
Yo, it's a Velocity Atrocity with lyrical monstrosity. I'm not possibly a wannabe. Calc is my curiosity. Calc is my religiosity. My knowledge is viscosity. Let me audibly relate to the motion and knowledge policies. Positions, definitions, and exhibition from its origin. It moves across the axis in a line that is defined, or also known as x of t. Velocity is found by taking positions derivative. Now velocity can be negative. Opposition is still positive. This info is most cognitive. It's imperative to know that you can't compare with this. You more right, you're a square. Your flow is so flat. Let's get back to the whole facts. Yeah, let's get back to the whole facts. Means the speed is decreasing, once position is ceasing. It crosses the axis, the positive realm it is leaving. Now the speed is increasing, just in the opposite region. You best be believing, hopefully you receiving. Now I've got one more thing that I have been conceiving. The idea of acceleration, stuff you best be retrieving. Acceleration in the line, velocity on the incline. Acceleration is inclined, velocity has exponential design.
If you know what's good, and if you know what's right, then you probably should do your AP Calc tonight. If you know what's good, and if you know what's right, then you probably should do your AP Calc tonight.